Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order, and at this time, if you'd like to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please stand for 10 seconds. Thank you. You may be seated. Dan, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Hensonagel,
Here.
Commissioner Hausberg,
Here.
Vice Mayor McCall,
Here.
Commissioner Hanna is present electronically, Mayor Kennedy.
Here. Hello, Phil. Can you hear us?
I can hear everybody well.
Okay. With that, we will go to presentations. I understand that the sheriff will not be making a presentation tonight. And 1B is Pinellas Suncoast Fire and Rescue, and I understand that Chief Jeff is here tonight, if you'd like to come forward.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. Hope everybody had a safe and healthy new year. I'm Jeff Davidson, the Fire Chief for Pinellas Suncoast Fire Rescue District, proudly serving Indian Rocks Beach for EMS and fire services. Give me an update for our call volume for December that just passed. We had a pretty high month with EMS calls. We had 49 EMS calls here in Indian Rocks Beach with an average response time of 3 minutes and 48 seconds, which is something we're very proud of. We strive to exceed our response times. The EMS Authority response time guidelines are 7 minutes and 30 seconds. And so 3 minutes and 48 seconds is a very good service to your community.
Okay.
The fire calls, very similar. We had a typical month, about 14 incidents, and the response time for that, the average was 5 minutes and 2 seconds, which again exceeds the Authority response times and exceeds the National Fire Protection Association response times. So we're very proud of that. We're having a couple of issues with COVID, the same as everybody else. We have a couple of employees that are out, but all in all, we're doing just fine. We are going to be hosting a community event. We don't have the date narrowed down yet, but we have a new fire suppression truck, a new fire engine coming in the next couple of weeks, and we're going to invite the community to come down and do a housing ceremony with that. So as soon as we get the exact date, we'll put that out to the community, and we'd love to see you there.
Very good. Does anyone have any questions for Chief Jeff? Hearing none. Greg, anything? Okay. Thank you for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having me. You guys have a good evening.
Okay.
Thank you.
With that, we'll go to agenda item number 2, public comment. 3-minute time limit per speaker. Any member of the audience may come forward, give their name and address, and state any comment or concern that they may have regarding any matter over which the City Commission has control, excluding agenda items. All statements made to the City Commission shall be made to the City Commission as a whole, not directed to an individual member, and no personal or slanderous remarks shall be permitted. No speaker shall be interrupted, and no debate shall take place between the speaker and the commission. And with that, is there anyone in the audience who'd like to come forward tonight? Hearing none, I'm going to close the public comment, and we will go to reports of the city attorney.
No report this evening?
Greg Mims, do you have a report tonight?
I do not have anything to add other than what I've already submitted to the commission in your packet.
Okay, and we'll start with the city commission. Mr. Hofnagel, do you have a report tonight?
We're actively working on the Western Gala for the Art Center for February 26th. There's a limited number of tickets, so I encourage you to go out there and get your tickets to help support the Art Center in February, and would like to publicly thank the sponsors of the event. February 26th.
Okay. Ms. McCall, do you have any comments for tonight?
No comment. Thank you.
No comments? Okay.
I'd like to say that I have taste tested the new Hurricane Eddies, and their bar is working fine.
That's nice to know. Was it all good? Everything was all good with that, right?
Yeah, it is missing food, but
Oh, what did they say when they're gonna have food?
they don't know.
They don't know.
They're waiting on a hood, and then all the inspections.
Commissioner Hannah, do you have a report tonight?
No comments tonight, except for wishing everybody a happy, safe New Year.
Thank you. How you feeling? You okay?
Yeah, doing fine.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Just a couple comments. We had the first executive committee meeting, which we are going to change the name to the Events Coordinating Committee. And we talked about some of the events, one of which was the art event. What is the name of that again, in February?
It's the Western, it's Boots and Brushes.
Right, and that's gonna be in February. And there'll be more, we'll have another meeting next month, and we'll talk about the Winterfest with the Calvary Episcopal. And then we'll start with, we have the Beach Fest in April, and also the Easter egg hunt. So we'll be talking down the road, we'll probably do more about that next month. And with that, we will go, are there any additions or deletions from the commission tonight? Hearing none, we will move on to the consent agenda. And before we go to the consent agenda, I see Michelle Harkett in the audience. I'd like you to come up because you are on the consent agenda item as a person who would like to be on the finance budget review so that we can put a name to a face. You'd like to come forward?
There?
No, right up there. And you're
I'm
gonna
good with my-
you're gonna say your name and your address and then just kind of introduce yourself to us.
My name's Angel Michelle Hardy. I go by Michelle. Live at 1900 First Street in Indian Rocks Beach with my husband Scotty and our two youngest boys. We have 6 children all together. My father lives with us as well. We lived in Indian Rocks Beach for almost 12 years. And I'm excited to get more involved and start volunteering more.
Okay.
Great.
Well, and you work at the Veterans Hospital, correct,
I
Michelle?
work at the VA. I'm the CNA there.
And your husband Scotty works for Pinellas County, who's here tonight.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for volunteering.
Thank you.
Okay.
Madam Mayor, there are 2 items on the consent agenda. Item A is appointing Dave Mott to serve on the Planning and Zoning Board as first alternate board member with a term expiring May 31st, 2024. Item B is appointing Angel Michelle Hardy to serve on the Finance and Budget Review Committee as a committee member with a term expiring May 31st, 2025. Those are the only 2 items on the consent agenda this evening.
Thank you, Randy. And do we have a motion?
I motion to approve consent agenda.
And there is a second.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. Dan, would you please call the roll?
That's just all in favor?
Or just all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion.
Aye.
Thank you, Phil. With that, we'll go to public hearings. We do not have any tonight. Agenda item number 7, we don't have any legislative matters. There are no work session items. Is there any other business to come before this board tonight? Hearing none, I'm looking for a motion for an adjournment.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you for coming tonight. We will see you next month.